Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dave, here we go gamers. Today about this Nintendo Switch where the screen is having issues. It's actually cracked. So we're going to go over to the upper cam. I'm going to show you guys a method on how to be able to get a new screen in here easy and fast. So let's go over here and I'm going to teach you guys how to get that done. All right, guys. So we have a Nintendo Switch. The actual digitizer, meaning the touch itself, is perfectly fine, but the actual screen itself is broken. So let me kind of move the light kind of more of an angle so you guys can see it a little bit better. But yes, this is what we are working with now. And I'm actually going to grab a charger. Give me 1 second. So as you can see, this is what we get on the screen. It's completely busted. So I had to plug in the charger because it is dead. So let's open it up. I'm gonna take you guys step by step on how to be able to get this done. There's no need for me to really do too much talking. What we're gonna do is we're gonna first take off these 4 screws right here. These are tri-wing screws. We're gonna take off this middle Phillips right here. This middle Phillips right here for the sliders. We're going to take off this top Phillips. We're going to take off these 2 bottom Phillips. And there's 1 more Phillips right in the SD card. Make sure you take out any SD cards and take out any game cards before we get started. And now, let's get to going. All right, guys, so we have the back part of the case off. Now we're going to take off this back housing. We have a Phillips here, 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 and here that holds down the SD card slot. So let's go ahead and get started on that, and let's get this moved out. All right, guys, so we got the back part of the housing off. Now what we're going to do is we are going to remove the motherboard. So we have the battery here. We can remove the battery. I like to use tweezers when I go in here and work. It's the best way to do it. And let's get a little bit closer. Here we are right here, guys. So we're going to remove this speaker wire right here. We're going to remove the slider ribbon right here. We're also going to remove this speaker wire over here. Let's get this slider wire off. Let's remove this LCD cable, which mainly controls your backlight. Remove the antenna cables. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start removing all the screws. So we're going to remove these, which hold down the Type-C charger port, the 3 that holds down the heatsink that comes from the fan on top of your CPU. We're going to remove this, which holds down your game card reader, and we're going to remove these 2 as well. So let's get all these done. All right, guys, so let's move on to the next step. I've already removed that heatsink. Let's remove the game card. We're going to remove this ribbon from the board. Flip up this ribbon. Remove it. Now we're going to take off the other LCD ribbon. This right here is your digitizer ribbon. We're going to remove this main LCD ribbon. Be careful with that because you don't want to mess up that connector, because that's a whole nother animal if you mess up that connector and have to replace that, which I have shown videos on how to do that before. Now we're going to remove these ribbons right here. And now we're going to remove this Phillips, and this Phillips, which is all pretty quick and easy to do. So let's hit them. And then after that, we're going to work on getting the board removed from the chassis. All right, so let's lift up. Take out the board. Now the board is free. Now, here's the tricky part, because now we're focusing on the screen. What I use is, you can use a couple different things if you're at home. You can use a blow dryer. You could go around here. You can use something like this heat wand right here. You can go around the edges of the screen, so you can remove this digitizer. And what that does is it heats up the adhesive underneath here, so you can be able to properly lift this up, and so we can be able to remove the LCD. What I'm going to use is I'm going to use my hot plate. I have a hot plate. I'm going to set my hot plate at 105 degrees. I'm going to leave it on my hot plate for about 10 minutes. I'm going to come back. I'm going to pop this digitizer off, and we should be able to get the next step done. So I'll be back as soon as it's fully heated up off the hot plate. So I just took it off my hot plate. I heated it up for about 10 minutes. Now, and you could do the same thing with a blow dryer. I'm just going to take a little bit of IPA. As you see, it's kind of running down the screen. All this is alcohol in a bottle. That helps loosen up the adhesive. So now what I'm going to do is take a small flathead screwdriver. You got to be very careful starting off, because you can crack it. So you got to be very, very careful. You see how it is loose, wanting to come up? That means the adhesive is ready. That's why I started off with the alcohol. Then we could come in with these guitar pick style holders. We could come in, place that like that. And we're going to kind of go around. I'm going to pop it up just a little bit more for this guitar pick. Going to go around like so. You see how it's slicing very easy. This is how quick and easy you want it to be able to slice all the way through. Now, we want to be careful on that side, because that side has ribbon cables over there. So I'm going to put a little bit more alcohol in here. We're going to move around. So here's our digitizer. And with our digitizer, what we could do is we can make sure the adhesive is placed back on there. So I'm just going to go on there. Be careful not to touch the screen so you won't get any fingerprints on the inside of the digitizer. And now what we're going to do is simply flip it. And as you can see, it comes out just like that. That's how quick and easy these screens can come out. As you can see, we have the old LCD, and if you look very close, you can even see how it's damaged right there. This is your backlight cable. This is your cable that actually shows the actual picture. So I have another LCD that I pulled from a donor switch. I'm going to grab. We're going to put it in like so. Clean it up just a little bit, because this one has a little bit of dust on here. You want to make sure these come in clean. You guys will more than likely be getting these used somewhere. You could get them used or brand new from Amazon or eBay. I would just recommend just grabbing them brand new off eBay or Amazon. Amazon will probably be the best, to be honest. So as you can see, I fished the cables back through the holes back there, the picture display cable and the backlight. Now we're going to move the digitizer back into place. So let's feed it through that hole right there. And if you do break or crack your digitizer, you can just replace the digitizer. It's not a big deal. I try to always take very good care of these digitizers so I will never have to replace them. And I just take a shirt like this. I just move around. Don't take never take too much pressure. Just go around. Just kind of just clean off the smudges off the digitizer and applying a tiny bit of pressure so the screen will stay and you will let that adhesive stick. All right, guys, now that we got everything on here, now what we're going to do is we're just going to do everything that we did in reverse. We're going to put our board back in here, put our screws back in. Ensure when you put this board back in here that you have all of the ribbons on top and you should be good. So let's do all of that, do it all in reverse and test it out. All right, guys, so we have it put far enough together to where we can be able to fully test it out. There's no reason for us to get it all the way back together. So let's get this thing tested out. Make sure it works. Let me turn the camera over here so I can reach the charger. All right, so there we go. We had the charge symbol. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time to charge up. And after it charges up for a little bit, I'm gonna come back to make sure everything is good. And we can go from there. All right, guys, so now it's time for the moment of truth. We finally have it charged up enough to get it to power on. And let me turn up the volume a little bit just to make sure the volume works. My digitizer is still good. You always want to make sure your digitizer is good, and everything looks perfectly fine. Screen is working good. I don't see any cracks on it, no pixelations. So this is a successful repair. But if this video did help you guys out, make sure you go ahead, like this video. If you have any questions, just leave it down below in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. I try to do a lot of repairs like this, showing people how to be able to repair their own consoles at home. But besides that, I hope to see you guys on the next video, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. See ya.